Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 314 of our Get Your Goals annual challenge. Today we are talking about the P in the soap framework, which of course stands for progress. How do you know that you're moving from your current state where you are right now to where you want to go with respect to this one improvement area, this one area of your life? Hopefully, like me, you've picked an area that you know is going to have a domino effect where it's going to, you tip this one down, you take care of this challenge, and you improve this area of your life. You know it's going to positively impact a lot of other things in a lot of other areas of your life, including this one, because it's going to be something that we can build upon. Now, I'm going to share my progress today. Yesterday, I did my action item, which was to start completing this journal book that I started about self-care. It's a self-care journal. I don't remember when I got it, probably sometime in, who knows, it was before 2022, because the only time I ever did it was April. I thought I had done 2 days, but I only actually did one, and that was April 9th of, what was April 9th? Let's see here. April 2nd, excuse me. April 21st, it was my nephew's birthday. April 21st of 2022 is the one day that I did. And I actually did the whole thing, all 4 pages. And I realized why I stopped doing it and using this particular tool. Number one, I can't see a thing. I can't see any of the prompts and headings. And so I've got to find a way to blow it up on my big screen. And I'll just blow up a copy of the blank, and then I'll be able to fill it in and use it. But I got really frustrated last night and only did 2 of the pages. So I only made 50% progress, probably more than that. But it was because I couldn't see a single heading on here to figure out what to do. So that's my own personal challenge, right? Maybe that's an improvement area. I need to actually physically find more aids and tools to help me. I know they've got these weird glasses that you can wear. I'm visually challenged, by the way. All right, legally blind. Way to sugarcoat it, right? So I know they've got these glasses that will actually read things for you, but I think it's kind of like the computer screens. It'll read the computer screen, but for me, I'm kind of high energy and fast paced, and it's super annoying to have it read absolutely everything on the screen to me. So I will explore that tool. I need to start looking into that tool though, and picking and choosing. Can you just read segments of the screen so you don't have to read everything? Because otherwise that overloads my brain and gets me more frustrated than using magnifying glasses and blowing things up on an enlarger so that I can use them and see them. So anyway, I did do it. I made progress. I like the tool. I'm going to use it till the end of the year, right? I guess to the end of the year until I fill up this book. And if I have to, I can make some additional pages. But there's 4 pages per day for this. And then there's 2 pages of a weekly summary. So there's 4 pages for each day. And then there's a 2-page summary at the end of each week, which I like. I like to do a weekly check-in. So this is just a tool for me to try someone else's hit at self-care and physical well-being and see. And actually, it covers everything, right? Let me see. It covers mental, physical, my daily routines, today's focus, self-care plans, morning, noon, evening, bedtime type of routines, daily affirmation. Let's see what else is in here. It covers most all areas and aspects of your life. So it's a pretty balanced tool, which is probably why I bought it in the first place. What's on my mind, notes section, creative space, to-do list, top priorities, daily gratitude. So it does a lot of things that I like to do anyway. And if I can do them all in one place, not only does it help me physically and with my self-care, but it helps me to keep track of what I'm doing in other areas and aspects of my life. So you can see I already set up for today. So I will do today's. I haven't filled it out yet, but I think it's going to be a fun tool. And if it can help me do some of the things that I'm already doing in other areas and with other tools, then to me, it's a win-win. Now, then I'd have to figure out where I got it so I could get more copies of it. But nowadays, you can pretty much find anything by just going online and searching or having somebody do it for you. Sometimes I do that too. That's one of my hacks and tricks is like, okay, I need somebody to look this up for me. And they do. All right. So what are we doing today? We are asking ourselves, how do we know if we're making progress? How do we know if the action that we took yesterday had any impact at all? Now, I will admit that sometimes I've taken an action that I thought would move me in the direction I wanted to go, but it actually moved me backwards, meaning it took me in the exact opposite direction I want to go. In certain areas and aspects of our life, I find that this happens more often than in others. So, for example, for me personally, when I'm working on certain communication skills, or if I'm working on I guess spiritual is one of those that goes up and down. areas, but emotions, man, they're all over the board, right? And so that's an area I might find that I'm doing something that I think is going to move me forward, and it moves me back like 5 steps, and then I got to dig myself out of a hole again. So what we want to do is we want to look at what are the milestones that we've set, or what are some big things that we could look at along the way to know that we're making progress. And then how can we measure that? Do we have some kind of a key performance indicator we can look at? You know, if you're doing financial, that's pretty easy. A lot of times if you're doing physical too, there's really objective measures that you can have that help you know if you're making progress. If you got a weight loss goal, all you have to do is weigh yourself, right? And you can see, is the scale going up? Is the scale going down? Am I making progress or not? Now, I will admit, weight is one that I dealt with a lot during my life, especially with other health and physical challenges. There's lots of medications that have super bad side effects with respect to your weight. At least that's been my experience. So I stopped weighing myself literally decades ago, but I used to weigh myself every day. And guess what? Your weight, just like everything else in our lives, fluctuates every single day. So if I would get bent out of shape because my weight went up in one day, and, you know, and then I could be happy the next day if it went down, no. So that is an area that taught me to take things with a grain of salt. Even objective measures need to be taken subjectively, and we have to decide and define what they mean to us. So how are you going to measure it? Just share in the comments below. How are you going to know? Maybe maybe it's not a measurable thing, but we can also create our own subjective measures. We've done that a lot this year with creating our own rankings and rating system, prioritizing things. Those are subjective. We're taking subjective things and trying to make them more objective so we can look at them with not only our emotional mind, but our spiritual mind. Not our spiritual mind, our rational mind as well. All right, any questions? Hit me up. If you're struggling with, okay, this is what I'm doing. How do I measure this? How do I know? And a lot of times it's just a feeling. You know you're moving in the right direction. But that's what we're going to do today. If you have any questions, hit me up. Of course, there's a write-up in Guide 17 of the Get Up and Go Challenge private Facebook group. And all you have to do to join that is answer the questions. I know some people don't want to answer the questions. Well, then I'm not going to let you in the group because I don't want you spamming the group. We're going to keep it just for us. All right, that's it. Have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.